Hi there, Brian Norton with Norton Results. How do you know if you're pricing your business correctly? Ask yourself this question. So I have revenue coming in, and at the end of the year or the period, whatever we have to pay our taxes, we ask ourselves this question: where is all this money? I have to pay taxes on this money, but I don't have it in my account. Where is it? Well, that's the telltale sign right there that you're pricing your business, your products, your services, whatever it is, incorrectly. You're not taking into consideration all the other factors that go into pricing your product. Let's get into a little bit about how to price your products and some strategies that you can use to implement today to take you to the next level. I want to tell you about my client, Fritz. Fritz is a good friend of mine. He was a painter, and Fritz always had revenue coming in, but he goes, at the end of the day, when it's time to pay tax, he goes, I don't have this money anymore. He goes, I got to pay tax on it, but I don't have it. And now I'm in bigger debt. One of the things in pricing is you have to understand what is really our break even in business. How much does it cost me an hour to run my business, and price accordingly? But what Fritz failed to do, and many of us do or fail to do, is we forget that little thing called the balance sheet. And the balance sheet has our debts on it, and our debts are not on our profit and loss. So all that money that follows through to the profit and loss, we have profit, but we forgot about our debt service. We have to price our products, our business, our services with debt on top of it, just to even come out on top. So when you're pricing, and at the end of the year, let's say you had $100,000 in profit at the end of the year, and maybe you had $60,000 in debt, you really only had $40,000. Now you divide that out by 12, that's not a whole lot on a monthly net income. But you got to pay taxes on $100,000 because we forgot about this debt service over here. So we got to price our services that includes that debt so that we can take the business to the next level and we'll never fall short. Because even though we think, yeah, we got 10% profitability, which is true, we got 10% profitability, but we forget about this little thing over here called the debt services that we have to pay. And when you add that into your break even, you'll know what you have to do to break even. And your break even should also handle your 10% profit margins, 20% profit margins, whatever your profit margins are. That really should entail your break even, because that's going to push your business to where you want to go. And everything kind of revolves around pricing, in our sales. So where do we get our sales? How do we get our sales? If we get too many sales, will we be able to deliver on the customer or the client? Well, do we have enough money to finance the new sales and the material and the equipment and all that stuff? And what are we measuring and managing? That's all in our pricing strategies. So when you get into your pricing strategies, and when we talk about this a little bit more in depth, is when you have your break even, and once you hit your break even for the month, your overhead allocation is taken care of, and now you can drop your price by your overhead allocation and still make money. I'll let that sink in a little bit. You can drop your overhead allocation off of it and drop it by that percentage and still make 10, 20, 30% profitability as long as our overhead is covered. And I'm gonna give you a little secret. It's not really a secret, but Kmart was the innovator of break even. If you're old enough to know, I'm dating myself, sorry, but if you're old enough to know about Kmart, you walked into Kmart, what was the biggest question or biggest thing you heard when you walked in there? It was always the blue light special. Attention Kmart shoppers, we have a blue light special on microwaves, whatever product it was. All that was saying to the shopper was, I got a sale over there, so let's go see what the sale is. But what it's telling Kmart was this product met its break even, so we can drop the overhead allocation off of this product, and now we can churn inventory. So implementing pricing strategies is massively, massively important for the success of any business, and understanding how to put in break even, how to put in debt service, how to put in pricing, and how to maneuver all of that stuff together will make it a successful business. I really hope this helped you. Those tips really helped you. It helped Fritz. Fritz went from taking his business to way over break even. He loved it. I mean, the sweat came off of him. He goes, I get it now. I was pricing it wrong. I wasn't doing the inverse of it. I was doing the reverse of it. I wasn't putting in my debt service because he had his vehicles in there on debt service. He was putting it on there. And man, he never lost a client because he priced it the correct way. Before I end this, I'll tell you one other thing. There are Walmart leaders, there are midterm leaders, and there are high, right? So you have and we'll take this from like the automobile. So you have your Lexus, BMW, Mercedes, then you have like your Chevy, whatever, and then you have your low end Yugos and all those things. So where are you at in the marketplace determines your pricing, and where you want to be determines your pricing. See, there's still demand for the Lexus, BMWs, Ferraris, Cadillacs, whatever you want to say at the top end. And there's still a massive demand for the Chevys, the Fords, the Rams, those things. And then there's also a massive thing for the low class economy. Where do you want to be? It determines your pricing. Again, I really hope this has helped you open your eyes a little bit and been insightful. Remember, go help somebody today. It'll make you smile. Thanks. We'll see you later.